Hello dear students, welcome to online lecture series. Myself Shilpa Patil from SVKT College, Devlali Camp. Today we will see chapter number 3, Advanced JavaScript, and the topics inside this chapter I am going to deal in this lecture are Introduction to JavaScript, Features of JavaScript, and Client Side and Server Side Script. We already have studied JavaScript in class 11. We will shortly revise the topics covered in 11th. So JavaScript code can be inserted in HTML program between script tag and /script tag. Language attribute is used with the script tag to specify the JavaScript. Then this JavaScript can be placed in head or body section or in both the sections. Means we can write JavaScript inside head or inside body or in both the sections. Then in our JavaScript we use different variables. So how to name the variable? There are different rules for naming the variable. All the variables are declared with the keyword var, and the variable name must start with an alphabet. Then it can contain alphabets, digits, underscore or dollar character, but it cannot contain blank space or other special symbols. Also, variable name cannot contain keywords, or variable name cannot be a keyword like a document or while, and the maximum length of a variable is 255 characters. Then next topic is data types. So there are different types of data which can be used in the JavaScript. So first data type is number data type. In this data type we can store numerical values. Then second is string. So we can store the text in double quotes or single quotes, that is the string data type. Then third data type is Boolean data type. So the data which have only two values like true or false or pass or fail, yes or no. So for such type of data we have to use this Boolean data type. Next is infinity. So division by 0 gives you the special value, and that is called as infinity. Then next data type, that is null. Null means nothing or empty or unknown value, then it is called as null. And the last data type is undefined, means the variable is declared but it is not assigned a value, so it is called as undefined data type. In this way there are 6 data types in JavaScript. Different types of operators are used in JavaScript for mathematical and logical calculations. First type of operators is arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiply, divide or modulus. So these operators are used in arithmetic calculations. Then second type is assignment operator. So we can assign some value to the variable by using this equal to symbol. Suppose c equal to 5 or c equal to a plus b. So this equal to is the assignment operator. Then third type is relational operator. So we can compare with these operators like less than or greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to or not equal to. So all these are relational operators. Then logical operators. So and, or, and not. These operators are used to verify more than one condition at a time or to negate the condition. So these are the 3 logical operators, that is and, or, and not. You can see here the example. with and we are using two relational operators, that is age greater than 18 and height greater than 5. So this statement is true when both the conditions are true. Then next operator, that is increment and decrement operators. So these operators are used for increasing or decreasing the values. In increment we have two types, that is pre-increment and post-increment, like plus plus x or x plus plus. Same way decrement is also two types, pre-decrement like minus minus x or post-decrement, for example x minus minus. So these are increment and decrement operators. So all these are different types of operators in JavaScript. Next topic is comments. So comments are the non-executable statements in program. So these comments are used for providing the extra information or some explanation of the program. For single line comments we have to use this backslash 2 times and we can write the comment, single line comment. And for more than one line comments, that is for multi-line, we have to use backslash star, then write the text lines, and to close that comment star and backslash. So these are the two ways for writing comments in JavaScript. Commonly used built-in functions in JavaScript. So there are different built-in functions which can be used in JavaScript. First is parse int. So this function is used to parse a string and convert it into integer. Then parse float. So it will parse a string and it will convert it into a floating point number. Next function, that is alert function. So alert function displays the message and it displays OK button with that message. Next function is prompt function. So this function is used to accept some input from the user and it also displays OK and cancel button with that input box. Then next function is confirm function. So we can display the confirmation message and with the message it displays OK and cancel button. And the last function is nan, means we will check if it is not a number. So if it is not a number, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So all these are commonly used built-in functions in JavaScript. In this chapter, we are going to study what are the features of JavaScript, then what is the difference between client-side and server-side script, then looping structures. There are different looping structures, for loop, while loop, switch. So we are going to study all these different looping structures. Then document object model. There are different objects in this JavaScript, so we are going to study document object model and window object and methods and properties of these objects. Inbuilt objects. There are different inbuilt objects, so we are going to study again these objects. And the last one is validations and user interaction, means how we can validate different type of data which we accept from the user and how we can respond to the user, that is the user interaction using the JavaScript. Features of JavaScript. JavaScript is an interpreted scripting language. Programs in C++ or Java needs to be compiled before it is run. But JavaScript executes its instructions directly without compiling, means we can directly run the program in the browser. That is the first feature. Then JavaScript is called as a lightweight programming language because in other programming languages like C++ or Java, some extra features are available which are not available in JavaScript. So JavaScript is called as a lightweight programming language. Then no need of special software to run the JavaScript programs. Means we can write the JavaScript code in the text editor like Notepad, and to run the program we just require the web browser. So no need of special software to run the JavaScript program. Then JavaScript is object-oriented scripting language. Means object-oriented programming is about creating objects that contain both data and functions. OOP means object-oriented programming. It collects information into single entities called as objects, and variables and methods are stored in objects. So this JavaScript also supports event-based programming facility. Means different events we can include in our program. Then next is JavaScript is a case-sensitive language. Means if you write a variable name in lowercase like capital A is a variable and small a is a variable, so they both will be different. So JavaScript is a case sensitive language. JavaScript performs input validation. Means we can write different programs in JavaScript for validating the data, like validate some number like salary, or we can validate telephone number or mobile number. We can validate birth date or email ID, username, password. Such type of validations can be done in JavaScript. Then next is it can handle date and time very effectively, because in JavaScript we have a date object with different methods like getDate or setDate or setTime. So it is very useful in writing JavaScript programs. Then next is syntax of control statements is similar as other languages. Means the syntax or format of writing different control statements like for loop, if loop, switch, all these are similar to other programming languages or like C++ or Python. Then next is we can create our own functions within the JavaScript. Means we can write our own function for a specific task in JavaScript. Then next is JavaScript is platform independent. Means it runs on any hardware or operating system. That is, JavaScript doesn't require any special hardware or software. On any system we can run the JavaScript code. And the last feature is due to different features, it is called as universal client-side scripting language. Now types of scripting. There are two types of scriptings, client-side scripting and server-side scripting. Client-side scripting means the script which is stored and run on the client, that is the browser. In HTML or JavaScript, we write the program or run the program in the browser, that is client-side script. Client-side scripts are placed inside an HTML document. And second type is server-side script. So the server-side scripts means the scripts which resides or which are stored on the web server. The script is activated by the client, means this client sends the HTTP request and then this server-side script is executed. Difference between client-side scripting and server-side scripting. Client-side scripting is used at the front end and server-side scripting is used at the back end. Users can see code from the browser in client-side scripting, but in server-side scripting, users can't see the code. So the script is more secure on the server-side scripting. Then client-side scripting doesn't interact with the server because it is executed on the browser itself. And server-side script communicates with the server because it requires server for executing the program. Then examples of client-side scripting are JavaScript and HTML5. And examples of server-side script are PHP or Python or ASP.NET. Then JavaScript or client-side script is mainly used for writing the validation programs, and it effectively minimizes the server load by validating the code or by validating the input. The server-side script is useful in customizing the web pages, and it implements the dynamic changes in the website. Web browser acts as an interface in the client-side scripting. Means we can see the output in the web browser. And in server-side scripting, we require some special software for executing the script. In like XAMPP, we can use for running PHP programs. Next difference is client-side scripting is mainly used for collecting the user input. Means we can collect the data from the user, but for processing the data, we have to write the scripts in the server-side program. See, this is a client. So client-side script is run on the web browser only, and server-side script is stored here on the web server. So this is called as front-end script, and this is called as back-end script. Front-end frameworks are growing in popularity as they allow individuals and companies to build complex applications in reduced time. These technologies continue to evolve and have revolutionized the world of web development. A JavaScript framework or library helps the developers to create modern applications called as single page application, that is called as SPA. There are different technologies like React, AngularJS or Vue.js. They offer tools and codes that allow users to create powerful web applications. These frameworks significantly cut down the development time. React is an open source JavaScript library for building user interface for single page applications and mobile applications. Like we use Facebook or Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, Gmail. All these are examples of single page applications. Then AngularJS. Angular framework was developed by Google and it is again mainly used for single page application. Then the next is Vue.js. So this framework is used for building interactive user interface. It can be easily integrated with other projects and libraries. Though it is not popular as React, it is still used by large companies like 9gag, Alibaba and GitLab.